How you doing? It's Bill Stage. Time for Behind the Business with Wiley Blasdell. How are you, Wiley?
Uh, I'm fantastic as always, Billy.
Absolutely. So, you are a mechanic by trade. You've been in business for a couple years now, right?
Going to be 5 in November. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, when you got started, tell me a little bit about your history of turning a wrench. What got you into it?
I would say, naturally, I was kind of born into the trade. Grew up with grandpa and dad as a kid, kind of going through the strokes. How to fix stuff when we break it.
Mhm.
That's our big thing as a Blaisdell is being able to fix what we break.
Yeah.
Because we do break enough of our own stuff. But the wrench part of things came when my uncle opened up. They took over grandpa's business in '01. He kind of took me under his wing and kind of showed me there was some money to be made, not just some fun to be had. And
Yeah.
that's kind of where it got started anyway, and helped push me in the right direction enough until he thought it deserved more cash. And, made sure I went after it. So it
Yeah.
worked out well, I guess.
Tell us about your grandpa's shop. What did he do?
Grandpa's shop, '86 is when Grandma bought him a hoist to work on cars, so he didn't have to work at drives anymore.
Mhm.
So he started uh, with tractors. He'd always kind of been there, but the cars was the locals and Fenton. It was so and so's daughter needed a valve cover, and so and so's motor needed a job. And then, with my dad and uncles and aunts being hard on their equipment, and all their friends following suit, they had plenty to do, or he had plenty to do, keeping his wrenches busy.
Is there anything that he taught you in business that you'd like to hang on to today with your repair shop?
Uh, keep a set of pliers close. Um, you never know what you're gonna need them for, or what reason you may need them to use to vent something off.
Right.
Grandpa passed away in '01, so I was 16 or about 16. So the business side of things, I probably wasn't as close to watching that side of things, but the way he would support his community would probably be the most we got from Grandpa, as
Mm.
far as business, making sure everybody in the area is taken care of, regardless of income.
So that's got to be a big thing for you coming from a small town. Word travels fast, so I would imagine word of mouth is something that you like to keep on the positive side.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's what's grown out. The Blasdell Family Auto Repair. That's me and my wife's identity in this, and that's something that I've always strived to be sure somebody is leaving with a smile instead of being ticked off because of something that was completely fixable, just with some communication. Um,
Hmm.
when I took over, I did zero advertising. I didn't. Not that I didn't believe in it, but I didn't think that was going to get me to the core of people in which I was trying to attract.
Hmm.
I wanted somebody that I was going to be able to work on their car, and when they got here, they were just gonna, okay, this guy's gonna do right by me, and that's how you keep a good name, a good reputation with being honest and making everybody feel that you're honest all the time. No second guesses.
Hmm. What's your favorite thing to do about your job, Wiley?
Oh, my favorite thing to do about my job would probably be at, at this point in my life would probably be lift kits and performance
Mm.
upgrades. That's always a good time.
Yeah.
Um, uh, other than working on a car, the best part about being my own boss here at the shop is I get to spend the time with my kids, my family.
Mhm.
That's nice getting them to come out and run around the shop and blow up their dirt bikes and get me yelling at them, for doing stuff they shouldn't be doing.
Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, I would imagine.
No, no, absolutely not. We're a wild bunch, and I'd be disappointed if my kids weren't the same.
Is there a specific piece of equipment that you use on a daily basis that you couldn't live without?
I have to go with my tool storage facility.
Mhm.
You know, there was a time where I was using several toolboxes to get everything I needed done in a day. And when I upgraded to the larger box, it really simplified my day as far as knowing where everything was and being able to organize it in a quick fashion was real helpful.
Yeah. When you think about your business now and it's grown over the past 5 years, where do you see it over the next, let's call it 10 to 20 years? What do you think? What do you see yourself doing, and where do you see the shop?
I'd like to see the shop operating with probably 3 or 4 techs would be ideal in my head. I worked for a guy that was real successful with 4 techs, and he was able to be part of the business without having to turn a wrench every day, which would be
Mhm.
somewhere I'd like to get.
Yeah.
It's hard in mechanics' hands after 20 years of turning wrenches, and I
Right.
don't know if 40 years will be any better on them.
Yeah. What do you do for fun?
Um, Fun. I do a little bit of 4 wheeling, off roading. Try to break my dirt toys. I coach a lot of baseball. For up till this quarantine, the last year has been pretty driven by baseball. So with this quarantine being gone, it's been nice to get back to my old ways and play with the dirt.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite kind of music? Any sports? What's your kind of hobbies as far as music or sports or something like that?
Okay. Music. Everybody loves music, man. I love everything from some bluegrass, and I get to celebrate a lot. I like to break out in some dance and some techno music. That's that. If you ever get to be around me during a wedding or something, you'll understand. I like to have a good time with my feet. Sports. I'm a diehard Niner fan. Ever since I can remember, I was a big fan. So I was devastated in February when we lost another Super Bowl. That was hard to stomach, but
Hmm.
I do enjoy watching football for sure.
Yeah. So a lot of times in these interviews, I like to just try to spread as much positivity as possible, especially these days. Is there somebody in particular that you would like to give a shout out to? Something that you've seen recently, somebody doing good?
Um, Not on a personal level, but I did hear through the grapevine that there was a gentleman or person, I don't know what gender they are, took their quarantine money that the government printed off and went up to the Morrison High School and paid off everybody's back lunches
Yeah, I saw
to
that
try
too.
to help take the load off of those families. Uh, and knowing that, I did a little something for somebody I know that needed a little extra hand. And so that pay it forward thing. When I hear about it, it just makes me want to push that through.
Yeah.
I'm a generous man, and I like to be sure that people are smiling at the end of the day, best we all can.
Yes, absolutely. Is there one piece of advice or life hack that you'd like to keep in mind, or anything you'd like to share?
I would say if you ever found yourself with a person that you might be in love with, and they're willing to jump into a fountain with you. Maybe if they're willing to jump into the fountain fountain with you, you probably think long term about that person as far as being with them long term. You never know how good of a person you have until you get that type of situation where you're like, yeah, that's it. And so I would just recommend if you do get to that person, don't hesitate on making it permanent or best you can. That's what I gotta get.
Oddly specific. Something tells me there's a story behind that.
I don't think so. No, they're maybe not necessarily with the fountain, but back when my wife and I were before our wife and I, we decided on I think like the 30th, must have been December 30th. We were gonna go to New York City for New Year's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, two buddies, and my wife. Of course, by the time we all sobered up the next morning, my buddies were like, "No, I ain't going." And so me and Autumn got in the car and drove as far as we could through a bunch of snow. Ended up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and had a great time and a great evening, and rode some trolley cars and had a fantastic time. So that's kind of where that comes from. Is anybody,
Did I lose you?
No, you got me still?
Okay, there you are. There you are. Okay, very cool, man. Well, is there anything else that we need to hit here? How do we get a hold of you over there at Blasdell's?
I call it, phone number is 563-30. Whoa, that's messed up. No, 563-219-1123 or text 219-0937. Hit us up on Facebook. Check out our website, BlasdellFamilyAutoRepair.com. And we hope to see everybody soon.
Very cool. All right. Thank you so much, Wiley.
Awesome. You have a great day, Bill.